the show begin. Next generation for the win. We're going all in. All together now, let's begin. Let the show begin.
TikTok. The
time is ticking.
All right, so really, I mean, we short-form video content, completely redefined travel search. So tell us about the customer behavior that you're seeing, and I think you have prepared a couple of slides for it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Thanks a lot. I think before we start this, I also want to get a little bit to know more about the audience here.
Okay.
Like, I just want to really have a raise of hand who really have TikTok on your phone right now.
Well, we have, but maybe we don't use it. Okay.
Okay. Who use TikTok on a regular basis? Yeah, so we have quite a handful.
Yeah.
Which is good. So the reason I wanted to know a little bit more about the audience is when we will share the trends, we kind of want the people to can resonate, can understand what we're talking about, because some of the examples is really more relatable for people who use TikTok a lot.
Of course.
So personally, I was actually from Skyscanner previously, and then moved to Google, and now come to TikTok. So in the past 2 roles, I mostly working on meta search and search engine. So now the first insight I want to share on TikTok is also TikTok search, which is something picking up in traction. So I actually have a chart here. If you can see that, as much as people know in the past, TikTok is a video platform for people to view videos. Actually, more people come to TikTok to start search for videos or information. We have a stats showing that 23% of the users open up TikTok app and start searching something. And this is within the first 30 seconds.
I'm going to go closer because, my eyesight is not that good. So, all right.
Yeah, and beyond that, travel is actually one of the top contents that is being searched. So you can see now we have even in APAC alone, we have more than 211 million searches per month. In 2 years ago, it's less than 20 million. So it's 9-fold growth.
Okay.
Yeah. And if we deep dive into this, we actually find a third-party information talking about this. We break this down into different demographics. You can actually see that in different user generations, that actually the behavior is really different. In Gen Z, actually TikTok already become their default search engine. 64% of the Gen Z actually come to TikTok to search. And millennial is half, Gen X and is 29, and baby boomer is less.
Okay.
So it kind of shows our trend that we actually internally see that more than half of the users on TikTok are already utilizing the search function.
And do you see the trend going more towards Gen Z clearly in the next few years? I mean, what's the projection here?
I will actually say you will go the other way. We actually see the older generation actually start to use TikTok even more.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the #1 trend I want to share. But I also want to complement this with some of the stats we have. Sometimes I don't want to bore with you with all the numbers. But if you look at the last graph we look at here, the demographics of TikTok users in APAC region, we actually see Gen Z, millennial is actually the biggest group. Gen Z is the second. But if we break them down, 30 years old is already become our median age. So we no longer want people to have a perception of TikTok is only for teenagers, looking at dancing videos and cat videos. The content and the users become more diverse.
Okay.
Yep.
And the older people, are they looking at the same videos, same cat videos?
Of course not.
All right.
Okay. So quickly, the second trend I want to share is because of TikTok, actually a lot of travelers, they start taking spontaneous trips. So trips doesn't become very sophisticated. You need to plan ahead. It's really instant, and it can be impulsive. Like, for example, this is actually one of the video that the video just showed. People actually fly to Paris is just because they want to try the croissant there. So,
right. So much more instant, spontaneous travel. All right.
Yeah, so maybe domestic and the local activities is something working pretty well on TikTok.
Okay, so let's look at the kind of content that works then. Like, how does your algorithm work?
Okay, so algorithm is something really interesting we want to talk about. I want to rewind a little bit. Recommendation engine was around for quite a long time. In the past, when we go to early days of Netflix, people see one movie, they will recommend you to see another one. So we call this content filtering, being item to item. You like this genre, we recommend you the next one. Then fast forward a little bit, in e-commerce, Amazon, they are doing, if you like this one, other people also purchase this. So if you purchase item A, others purchase B. Mm-hmm. So we call that is more like user to item or user to user. It's called collaborative filtering. But the scale is a little bit small. But what comes to TikTok is we actually do this on a much larger scale with a hybrid of content filtering and collaborative filtering. Because every interaction you have on the platform, a like, a share, a play, a comment, it's all a touch point of how much you are engaged with certain type of video. So we do that on a million and billion videos basis.
All right, so any best practices that you want to share of some travel brands that are really, making a difference on TikTok?
Yeah, great. So I did prepare some of these videos, and maybe we can just roll some of it. The first one is Klook. So actually, this is a very recent campaign they're running. It's a paid ad, so it's not organic video. They're running for their 10th anniversary. And it's actually an AR interactive add-on. And they call it fake out of home. Usually these banners and balloons in the outside of it, it's actually really expensive to do, but they use AI to kind of put these
Create a fake balloon.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, the second one
Create
is...
fake anything these days, okay. Cool.
The second one is actually one of my favorite. I would let the video tell the story.
Would you watch a 10-minute TikTok?
No. This is the shape of traditional storytelling. This, right here. It starts with lingering action, climax, conclusion. And that's generally every story ever. But with TikTok and shorter attention spans, this is the new story shape. It starts with a climax, lingering action, conclusion. So would you watch a 10-minute TikTok?
All right, it tells everything.
Yeah, it tells everything. But if you are really interested, search on TikTok, Hilton video. They really made a 10 minutes TikTok. And they get a lot of likes and views by organically. That's how creative and creative videos can get these views on TikTok.
All right, and we're going to talk about conversions later, right? You know, like it's great to have all these views, but what does it actually mean for commerce? What's the next one?
I think you'll like the last one.
Web in Travel Singapore is our annual must-attend event for travel technology in Asia Pacific. 我们的期间会议是该地区最大的在线旅游聚会。創造性、魅力的なコンテンツ、包括的なコミュニティで知られています。
Oh, different languages. So how many views did that get?
No, this one we haven't posted yet. I got the script from your website. I asked my colleague to help me to generate this AI. It takes 15 minutes for him to do it. I actually want to train my own avatar, but I just don't have the time. But
she's prettier, Eason. Anyway, so let's talk about commerce then. You know, how does that, all this clicks and all that, how does relate to commerce? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so if you look at it like when we look at TikTok, we have a lot of upper funnel intent interactions. But actually one pain point we're facing is a lot of people are inspired and discover content and travel destinations on here, but they book it elsewhere. So that means we don't have the full funnel for users to really convert. So it's kind of a natural thing for us to close the loop, to provide users the options to really book it. That's one thing. Or another way is we provide better measurement solutions for partners to know that, oh, actually people come here, they discover it, and they bought it from here.
Right.
So
which is why you're starting up the, I think you've signed a partnership with Klook, right? And you are seeing social commerce on TikTok Shop now. Are you setting up a TikTok Shop for travel?
Okay, that's a great question. And I actually get asked a lot during this conference as well. I can give a little bit context. Klook is not the only partner we're working with. We actually work with Agoda and Traveloka in this region as well. And that partner list could continue to grow. Actually, this is a team is called Local Services. It's not managed under my team. We have a separate team managing this. We are the advertising team, work closely with them. So how that works is actually one of our next product. Later, I can show you how it works. But basically, it closes the loop for people we redirect to the partners within the app. We call Web in App. And the users can check out the hotels or activities within the environment.
Okay, why don't you talk about it now, with how you're moving from exploration to call to action.
Okay, so I have one more video to quickly show it. Dynamic travel ads is something that we also have. Then the next one is
Sure.
So I think dynamic travel ads is probably not something new to the marketers. It's kind of around for a while, but it's really something that we do it on a video basis. You can have the dynamic card to show the prices, the promotions, different destinations. You can do it for hotel rooms as well. The second one is what we'll talk about. Internally, we'll call it point of interest, which is a geotag. So what you can see is this is a Hong Kong Disneyland POI. Users click on it, they actually go to the POI landing page. Eventually, they check out on Klook. So that is one of the new product we're rolling out.
All right, so how big is this social commerce market right now?
For us, we really feel like this could be the future of TikTok. If you look at TikTok Shop, that's our e-commerce arm. It's actually already doing pretty well in the past 2-3 years. In some markets, it's already surpassing some of the big players. We are the number 2 in the markets already.
Okay.
And local services is something that we have some, definitely a lot of potential for us to look into. But of course, for now, it's really early stage.
Yeah, but you know, everybody's getting into travel shops right now, right? Even Expedia is getting into travel shops. Klook is doing their own creators shops. So do you see a world, Eason, when everyone can sell travel? How much money do the creators make, you think?
That's a good one. Actually, they can make very good money right now. I was actually at the Klook's Creatorverse event a couple of weeks ago. The highest earning, they're already making 12,000 USD a month.
Right.
Yeah, so it's quite a sizable amount if you can work on it. And that's just through Klook's program. You actually have other programs, for example, ads revenue sharing, and also other sponsorships.
So when are we going to see a TikTok shop for travel?
We are already testing it. This is actually a
testing, and so what are the results showing you? That it's going to work?
We definitely see a lot of success at the early stage, but we feel there are more work to be done.
Okay.
For example, how are we going to target users who actually have these interests a little bit more accurately? And the user journey can be also more optimized to improve on the drop-off rate.
Okay. So should OTAs be worried about you?
I definitely think it shouldn't, because I don't think I don't want to never say never, but with currently what we're trying to do, we actually want to facilitate this user experience a little bit more. It's more of we want to partner with the travel players rather than competing.
All right, okay. Thank you so much, Eason, for this conversation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
And right, they're ready now. Let the show begin. Next generation for